Alright, gang, welcome back to our Skyefin Aquafarm series here in Kinlaig. It is August now, and we've got a problem. Well, first and foremost, our aquafarm is no longer producing fish. It has run out of fish food, so that's problem number one. Problem number two is the oat field that we kind of bought recently and talked about in the last episode. It's ready to harvest, and we don't have enough money to buy a harvester, clearly, as you can tell. So we're in a bit of trouble. We're in a bit of trouble for sure, to say the least. And we're going to have to see what we can do here to try to alleviate some of that trouble that we've got ourselves into. The first thing, obviously, is to sell some of these fishies here. And hopefully, with that, plus the adult trout that we have up there, if there's any up there, I think there might be one pallet. Hopefully, with all of that, we make enough money to be able to buy a harvester. If we don't, well, we're in trouble, clearly, but two is we're going to have to do quite a few contracts, I think, to try to get ourselves to a point where we can buy that. Then the problem becomes, even after that is done, you know, we don't have any fish food to put into our aquafarm, which is really the main point of the series, is to get this running, right? So, what do we do then? Well, honestly, probably we sell that oat outright. It's not going to be worth much, but we probably sell it outright, and hopefully we'll be able to buy a couple of pallets of fish food with it, right? That's literally the only true options we have right now. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Things are good here, man. The Vintage Survival series literally just finished. I just finished recording it. It should have been out. I guess yesterday's episode would have been the last one, right? Bittersweet. I'm sure some people are probably not as happy about it being ending, because I know a lot of people really enjoyed that series, but, you know, actually I need to reset this here for a minute. It was time to move on. We will be back and do another vintage series very, very soon, I assure you that. So do not worry about that if you are worried about that. I promise there will be another one very soon. It was a fun series, though, man. It was just time to move on and incorporate some new stuff and see how things go. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Things are as good as they can be, all things considered, for me. Finally, the individuals who were here for work, that were in town for work, have gone. They're gone or whatever. So I should have a little bit more time here to be able to get some more recording done at night, hopefully leading up here towards the holidays, Christmas, etc., New Year's, etc. Which is good. That's exciting, man. I've got a lot of ideas, as I always mention to all of you. I've got a lot of ideas. So let's see if we can get some of those to come to fruition with some new series, right? Speaking of that, one new series did recently come out. Now it's designed to be a mini series, maybe once a week, maybe once every week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. Not a series that's going to be on a consistent basis by any means. I'm not sure if we're going to actually be able to succeed in that series or not. It's something I wanted to try out as an idea I had, but I don't think it had the longevity that it would require to do a normal long series. So we're looking at somewhere around the 10, 15, at the most 20 episodes for that series. So we'll see how things get along. But that's out, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do so. Tomorrow, the third episode of the Competitive One-Tile Challenge will be out. There has been more shenanigans that have been going on. And I think we, without giving any spoilers away, I think we're starting to make up a little bit of ground on the guys. I think I've mentioned in the first couple of episodes that I feel like we're just slightly behind. But I think I made up some ground yesterday, hopefully. We're all going about that series very differently, which is great. I mean, obviously, we're all doing similar things, but the way that we're going about it is different. All right, so there we go. The trout is in there, so now it's just a matter of getting this adult trout up here. Since I don't have the actual forklift up here, I'm not going to drive it up here just for one pallet. I'll just pick it up and put it up here. And we can go sell these. So let's head on and do that. Now, where are we going to go? Here we go again. I got to scroll all the way to the bottom. Please, Giants, give me the ability to favorite things. A lot of you brought up some good ideas. I should reach out to some extremely famous YouTube people. You know, like DJ or, you know, whoever. and say, hey, can you tell Giants for us on console to give us the ability to favorite things here in the price section. So the trout, we are going to be going to Seaside Restaurant, which I think is new. I don't think we've gone there yet. We haven't. That doesn't really look like a seaside restaurant to me. That would, in my opinion, be somewhere over here in this vicinity. But, you know, what do I know? So that's an area that we haven't been to. So we went and sold right here before. This was another road we could have taken. So then we'll actually get to go over here on this side of the city now, which we kind of talked about that recently, right? Said that, you know, eventually we'll get to go over there and check some of that out. So we're going to do that. I don't think they accept, maybe they do. Maybe I should look at that actually before I move on. Seaside Restaurant. I don't think they accept the young. They don't. Okay, so we're good. So we have to go to the fish market no matter what after that. But at least we can sell this one pallet of full adult trout. Which, you know, it's not like we're going to make a ton of money, but it'll give us something. It gives us something, $4,000+, right? Gets us in a slightly more comfortable position. Then we'll sell the rest of this, and again, that's going to be, I don't know, hit or miss, I guess, on if we're going to be able to get enough money to buy the very basic harvester. I'm talking about the one we've utilized a lot, that Massey Ferguson. It's a nice one, but, you know, we use it quite heavily. So, anyway, our field is coming up here, right here on the left, as you can see in the mini-map there. It's got the green number on it. So this is our oat field. It's ready to harvest. Again, it's not going to probably be the best yield because it has some weeds in there, and then it's got the tram lines and everything in there, which when we re-drill this, we will not be doing tram lines, I can tell you that. Now, as much as I would like to keep that oat and try to turn it into flour to try to get, you know, at least part of the way going to the stage we need to for creating fish food, I just don't think we're going to be able to do it this time. I just don't think we're going to have enough money. So I think we're going to have to wait until we're able to claw a little bit more money into the bank account and then be able to, you know, do a harvest without having to feel like we're in trouble, right? Right now we're in trouble because we don't have any money to buy the harvester, but I think you get what I mean, right? We just need to have a little bit more money that, you know, we get incoming that we're able to utilize to help us a bit and make us feel like we don't specifically have to go and just sell everything outright whenever we do a harvest or whatever it may be. This map, oh, sorry people. This map makes me very excited for whenever it's not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately, but whenever I'm able to actually go and visit Scotland. This is just pretty cool, man. I really like the way this looks. So, okay, maybe not. Okay. See if I can get a little closer here. Maybe that's what the problem was. There we go. Alright, so 11,000 plus 248 for environmental score reward. That's pretty nice. So that gets us to 12,839. That's really good. It's better than I expected it to be. This church is phenomenal. I love old churches like this. I just think there's such cool architecture on these buildings like this, man. It's I just think they're so cool. We really don't, I mean, we do, but not to this level normally. We don't really have this kind of detailed churches, often at least, in the United States. At least not where I'm at. Maybe somewhere like in the Boston and like New York and some of the New England type of states, maybe potentially there might be some more that look like that. But certainly not many in Ohio look like that. Let's put it that way. At least where I live. Very, very cool. You know, part of me thinks I would like to... Do I need to go here? Where's this road go to? I don't know where these roads go to. Okay, so that road... I need to go straight, because that'll actually take us right back down to where we need to go to. How about that? If I would have known that last time, I think I would have saved ourselves a little bit of time when I was driving around to sell stuff. But anyway, Part of me would like to think that I would like to, you know, move to something like a place like this and actually live here in real life, but at the same time, I just don't know if I would. You know, I think I would like it for a brief period of time, and then I think I would probably get old of it, if that makes sense. Maybe if it was Scotland like this, where I could, you know, walk a little bit out of the village there, and you've got fields, crop fields, and more space, maybe I'd be okay. I don't know, but I just never have been a city guy. Like, I've always been a rural, maybe on the edge of suburban type of individual, I guess, for most of my life. I've never really lived in a big city, if you will. Just don't think it's for me. Alright, so that's not terrible, actually. We got us up to 33,000. That's better than I expected. Much better than I expected. Okay, that's good. I think we can probably... We're probably going to be able to manage. I think we're going to be able to get a harvester somehow. Of some kind, I should say. Now, I haven't picked up our trailer yet. We do have to go pick up that trailer from the shop, as well as, obviously, buy some kind of a harvester. So what we're going to do here is we're going to head on back to the yard here. I'm going to drop off this trailer. Then we're going to head back to the shop with the tractor, pick up the trailer, bring that back, and then we'll sort out some kind of a harvester of some sort. So let's get back to the yard, and we'll go from there. All right, we're back at the yard. I'll tell you what, before we go down there and get the trailer and bring it back, let's just go ahead and sort out what harvester we're going to get here. I still want to be relatively smart, I guess is how I should put it. 4.2. 4 meters. Doesn't really make sense to get the John Deere when I can get this for cheaper, right? I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else. Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, I guess we could go with this one, but, part of me is kind of leaning towards this New Holland, although, you know, it's not a very big capacity. We've never used it on FS25, at least. It does have the ability to add a cabin to it. I don't know if I want to spend the money on it right now. Alright, so it costs money to change the color, so we're not going to change the color then. Because we can go with a dark yellow or a lighter yellow. I think I kind of like prefer the lighter yellow, possibly. Alright, we're not doing that either. Alright, we'll just keep it at that color, I guess. And then rim color is going to cost us anything to do rims? No. Okay, so we can do a different color of the rim to try to match everything. I don't know if we want black or white here. Like, I kind of am, you know, I'm kind of leaning towards the black, but, I mean, I kind of would want to match that design color, the white design color with it. But, like, the text here is red and black, right? So, it's not worth it to me to spend an extra $500. Not right now. Like, we're trying to be smart here, right? Maybe I just do like an off-white. All right, we're gonna go with that. It's 16,000. The reason why I'm trying to get, you know, or be relatively smart, I guess, about what we're doing here is because I want to have a little bit of money left over to help us buy some more fish food, because we clearly need a lot of fish food. I don't think we're going to make any money at all off this this oat, which I guess is fine. I guess necessarily we don't have to sell the oat since we do have some money now. I guess we don't necessarily have to sell the oat right now. We could use the rest of this $11,000, maybe $10,000. We use $10,000 on fish food, right? I guess we're going to have to think about it a little bit more, right? I don't know which one is the best choice here. I'm kind of leaning towards that latter choice now that I was able to buy a harvester and still have some money left over. I'm kind of leaning towards spending the $10,000 on the fish food, keeping the $1,342, and then saving the oat until a better time to sell it. I still don't think we're going to be in a stage where we can actually start utilizing it for flour and things like that. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'd be happy to be wrong, I guess is how I should put it. But, I mean, I don't think we're going to make $200 and some odd $1,000 in the next five-ish months, right? Well, we're going to think about it. Either way, let's get everything back up here. Now, as far as I get into this field, how do I get into this field? I forget. I think we might have looked at it last time. Okay, so there's just an entrance up here. We got to go past the horse. Okay, so it's actually a pretty far drive. We got to drive all the way around all of these trees and then in this way. I don't think there's another way to get to it. I mean, no, I can't get through that way. So, yeah, we're going to have to go the long way, and then for this one, we can just come up here and then turn around there and go back into it that way. Okay, all right. Let's, sorry, Byron. That's my fault, buddy. Normally it's not, but that was my fault. Normally Byron's the culprit, but I'll give you an apology today. You don't deserve one normally, but I will give you one today. Let's get all this stuff up here. Let's get started, huh? Well, this is not going to plan. Evidently, our trailer is too large for this harvester. I probably should have known better when I was buying this harvester, but that sucks nonetheless. I can't seem to figure out a way to fix it. And yes, you can drive right through these. Just, I know somebody's probably in the comments going to be like, why don't you just drive through that? It's much faster. You're right, I could, but I was trying to keep it traditional and go the way that it's wanting me to go, the way that it's designed for me to go. I don't see any way that this is going to work. I'm trying to get different angles here, and it's just not tall enough. It's simply not tall enough. So, what does that mean? Well, there's a couple other options we could go for. Is there anything on the used market, first of all? Bale collector, that's actually pretty nice. I mean, that would be pretty nice. We've got straw we're jumping on the ground, but we don't really have enough money to buy any of this right now. There is another trailer out here, which maybe that's a better one for us. I don't know. We could go with an auger bin, potentially. I don't know what I have in here. I don't know. I don't think I've installed that many cheaper ones. Now, having said that, I see this one, which is a pretty cheap, inexpensive one. That's one that could potentially work. I'm not sure if the pipe's going to be long enough, though, either. Random claws. I'm afraid if I buy this, it's not going to be big enough either. So maybe the choice here is to change trailers, but I'm not sure that's going to be any smaller. Okay. This is probably not going to work, but I'm gonna see if I can make this work. This is the one we got, right? Yeah, this is the one we got. Well, I guess, gang, what we're going to be doing here is selling the trailer that we purchased in the last episode and trying to get a different trailer. This is the crane. I don't even think I had the right one. I think I was looking at the wrong one, wasn't I? No, this is it. This is the one I was looking at. Okay. It just, for some reason, looks shorter to me. It's not that one. It's definitely not that one. So I guess it is this one. It just doesn't look right. Oh, because the extension's on it. Never mind. That's why. Alright, well, okay, so hold on. This looks to me shorter than the one we're potentially considering buying here. I don't know what to do here, gang. This is not good. This is not good at all. Let's put it that way. I guess it's as simple as we're going to be going and selling the trailer that we purchased and losing a little bit of money on it and buying something like this, which we've utilized in the past, right? We're just going to get something that has a smaller... Alright, well, I guess this was a waste of money, at least at the time being. To me, it felt like it was a fantastic purchase for us, and I feel like this might be something we can utilize as we move forward here, but keeping it right now just doesn't... It's not, financially, it's not the smart decision here, right? We're if I keep it and I buy another one, then we have basically no money whatsoever, because the oat's not going to be worth a damn thing right now. I can tell you that right now. The oat is going to be worth absolutely trash. We have absolutely no money at all to buy any kind of fish food to continue our main production, if you will, right? Oats are going to be worth nothing at all. So while we are going to have a decent amount of oat that we get out of that, it's not really going to provide us with a whole lot of longevity as far as the funds go, right? 1,203, I guess, is the best we could get, and that's at the train, which we haven't done that yet. I guess it could be worse on the oat. I guess I was thinking it was going to be drastically worse than it actually is. It's only about $300-400 less than it is, but you don't really make that much money anyway off of oat to begin with, right? So, It's hard to sell this thing, but I just don't see another way forward here, gang. I really don't. I don't see a way forward here. All right, where's the where is the actual sell point here? I don't even know where it is. All right, well, I'm supposed to have... I guess I don't have the triggers on. I got the wrong thing on. I thought I had the triggers on. I don't have the triggers on. It's literally right where the tractor is. Oh, wonderful. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. So we can repaint and repair it and get some money back for sure. I'm going to repair our tractor while we're up here. Okay, so that gives us 30 grand to play with here. Let me turn this back off. Okay. And... I mean, this one's just kind of looking pretty good. It's only a 10,000, meter, or 10,000 capacity, I guess is how I should put it. Don't really love the tires, but, you know. All right, we're going to go with this. This gives us a lot more flexibility, a lot more money as well. You know, puts us back at 25 grand, so we're in a much, much better spot as far as being able to buy stuff, which also means we can keep this oat for a little bit longer and try to sell it when it's best to sell, right, and make a little bit of extra money, probably a couple thousand, if not $5,000 extra, right? I think that's really probably the smartest thing to do. We really don't. We're making some money every month because we're obviously going and selling the fish and everything. But I mean, at some point we would like to be in a situation as well there where we don't have to go and sell the fish every single time, right? We can hold on to them for a little while and wait until they're the best time to sell and make a little bit more money off them. Now, granted, they don't actually fluctuate that much. Well, the adults do, but the young trout and salmon, they don't really fluctuate that much. Probably also, even though I said I'm not sure if we would do it, it probably would be smart for us to put in a second trout lake. Instead of just going and selling, you know, whatever's remaining of the trout. It would probably be smarter for us just to go that approach and, you know, make a little bit more money in the long run. Uh-oh, controller batteries are low. That's not good. I don't want what normally happens to me when we do these episodes where mid-conversation or mid-time-lapse, the battery dies. So as soon as I get back in here and I get flipped around and we get this starting to unload, I'm going to flip the batteries out and change those. Well, at least we know now we're able to get the oat out of the actual harvester, right? That was by design, gang. I took the battery out just now. Okay, so let's get back in the groove here. We got a long way to go. This is not it's not the fastest harvester in the world. We're obviously moving at a slow pace here. It's going to take us a while. It might end up taking us the entire episode to do all of this. We'll probably utilize a little bit of a worker to help us here because we're going to need to do some of the fish food stuff I talked about, right? Now, really, what I should have thought about doing, and I didn't, I drove that trailer all the way back to the yard. I don't know why I drove that trailer all the way back to the yard. We should have just kept that trailer at the shop. Should have stopped at the shop and kept it there because we knew we were going to buy more fish food. So I don't know what I was thinking there, but, you know, mistakes happen, I guess is how I will put it. You know, things happen. But either way, we're going to continue on here trying to get more of this harvested. Once we probably get another load, I'm sure we will put this on a worker for a brief period of time and then make the trip to go get some more fish food and kind of try to sort through all of this as much as we can. And what we'll end up doing is leaving the trailer here once we probably unload it one time. That's probably what will happen is I'll wait until we get a full trailer load, go and take that up and put it into our silo, and then from there bring the trailer back, drop it off here, so whenever the worker's full, we can just stop the worker, go unload it into the trailer, start the worker back up while we're continuing our process of moving the fish food around where it's supposed to go. So let's do that, and let's kind of go from there. I'm going to go ahead and buy the fish food right now, actually, before I kind of forget. Well, not forget. Forget's not the right word. Before we get into all of this, let's just buy some fish food. We'll buy 8 of them. 18,200. It's a lot. It's not going to leave us with a lot of money left over, but that's okay. We're going to make all of that money back and more by utilizing it for the fish, right? So we'll do that, and I'll be back with you after that. Alright, well, we are making relatively good progress here. We've still got a little bit left to go here, but overall, we actually even haven't had to bring the trailer up to unload it yet. So, a couple things, I guess, to comment on that. I guess maybe our yield is not as good as we were hoping for, which I think we kind of knew to an extent going in. There was weeds in it, and it was not the best. The field itself from precision farming was not set up the best as it should be. But overall, we're at least making some money back on this field that we purchased, right? That's how I like to look at it. I've said that a number of times in the past where, I like to think of if there's some crop in it that we get to harvest and we buy it before the harvest happens, whatever money we make off of that, you take that off your total price you paid for the field. That's the way I like to look at it at least, but, nonetheless, we still are making some progress, I guess is how I should put it. Now, when we get this field set up and ready to go for the next drilling, we definitely will be setting it up in such a way that it will be hopefully a good yield, right? We're going to put lime down, etc. We've got plenty of lime, which is, a good thing, I guess, that we have so much we don't have to worry about buying anymore for a while. We also need to figure out a way to sort some kind of a baler of some sort or a forage wagon or something to pick up this straw. That's just some extra money we can make off this field, right? And really we need to probably sort to figure out a way to do that in the next episode, which hopefully we'll have some money coming in from, the fish, right? So hopefully we'll be able to find something that we can utilize. Now, I don't know if that straw can actually be stored in our silo or not. I would think not, but we'll check that. Because, again, with the straw, right, we can hold on to it until it's the best time to sell it as well and make sure that we're, getting the most money we possibly can back for this field. Couple more passes here and we're done. There was a nice long time lapse in general. The first one I started before we had the issue with the trailer, and then the one that we ended up doing. They were long time lapses, but we got a lot done, right? We got a lot done. We needed to get a lot done, and it worked out in our favor to do that long time lapse. So it'll be sped up to 8 times speed, so it shouldn't be a terrible long time lapse, but it'll probably be a couple minutes for sure. So we did waste a little bit of money on paying the worker, but that's okay. We still have $4,000. I still feel very confident with having that $4,000 that we're in a good spot again. That trailer has, ended up holding a lot more than we would anticipate it, and it was not a very expensive trailer, which I guess in hindsight, maybe that's what I should have looked at first before I bought that used trailer in the used market, but I just saw it. I was super excited about buying it, and we went for it, so... Now, I don't know if all of this is actually going to fit in the remainder of the trailer the remainder of the space we have in the trailer over there. It might, but there's a chance it won't. Doesn't really make a big difference, though. We should be able to finish the rest of this harvest and actually be able to store all of that into the harvester here. So we're going to be taking the harvester back to the yard anyway, right? No matter what happens. So even if we can't get all of this in the trailer, we can just transport it within the actual harvester itself and unload it that way. Alright, all done. We just got to get this unloaded here. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to actually have this come up near the actual gate here. Alright, let's jump into this. It's only 73% full. We still have about 2,500 that'll, I think this is a 10,000, I think is what we said, right? So it should probably all fit in here, I think. Oh yeah, it's all gonna fit in here easily. Easily. Perfect. All right, so let's back this up just a bit here so we can get around and go through the gate here, and we'll head back up to the yard. We'll dump this into the actual silo itself. I think that's pretty much all we've got left to do today. Like I said, we could have potentially do a few other, maybe some contracts, things like that, but I don't think we really need to. I think this has been a pretty full episode already, so I don't think we need to do that. And we still have a little bit of money left over here to, you know, kind of hold us over, if you will, until the next episode, and when we're going to be able to sell some more fish. Now, we might end up putting down that second trout lake in the next episode as well. Depends on how much it's going to cost us to get a baler. Also will depend on how much it's going to, well, how much money, I guess, we make off the fish, I guess is what I should say, right? There's a lot of factors in play there, because we're going to need... I mean, I guess I could just plow or drill the, you know, the straw and not really worry about picking it up, but I think I would be upset with myself if we didn't pick that straw up, because that's just some bonus money that we're just going to waste. Now, it's probably only going to be a couple $1,000s, but it's still a couple $1,000s, right? A couple $1,000 is better than nothing. So yeah, I'm going to unload this. We're going to leave the episode at this point, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button for me on the case you have yet to do so. Those things are free to do. They help me out an absolute ton, more than you can possibly imagine. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, as always, let me know down below. Thank you to my members. Cannot thank you enough, all 10 of you. There's a link down below if you want to see early access to videos like this one, including the one-tile challenge. My other channel is down there, not Farming Simulator related, if you're interested in that. My Discord's down there as well. You'll see any progress that I've been making, conversations, and anything that you've been doing that maybe you want to promote yourself. There is a location for you to share your videos and your live streams as well. So check all that out if you haven't done so already. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your continued support. It means the world. I'll see you next time.